episode 3, because episode 2 was whack. Can't lie. Can't lie, episode 2 was whack. So today, I've got New Horizons Find a Path, and I've got a weird kind of production duo name. I've got Operator and Baffled, Things Are Never. If you know about that, you know about that. It's on the Outlaw record label. They released Master Steps way back in the day and whatnot. You know, obviously now that the 5p is constantly on the needlehead, I am not going to get the same calamitous kind of experience that I had last time. This doesn't even have a date of release, but I know it's around about 97 or something. That probably predates my time that I spent working on the record store on Deptford Market. What I mentioned in, did I mention it in Chilling in My Reeboks? Where I used to spend all my money on vinyl. Yeah, I used to spend all my money on vinyl. £30 a day, you know, I used to earn. Waking up early in them cold streets. Even though it was 2 minutes from my yard, I still used to turn up late. I've always just been on that BPT. But this one, interestingly enough, this is a promo version. I don't know if you can see the label and whatnot, but this is a promo version, and it's dated the 23rd of May, 1997. How much years? Is that 20-something years, isn't it?
What?
Babe,
Yeah.
if it's 1997, that's over 20 years, isn't it?
1997?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's 23.
23 years.
Oh yeah, because obviously 1997, I was in school, secondary school, Eaglesfield and that. Done though. I ain't out with my Eaglesfield dons. We got gender, man, like drips, you know. And the funny thing is about this vinyl, I've even got the distribution promo information. This is actually sick. This is history here. Fucking hell. Ooh, this is dope. So, you know, it's customary. Sorry, I'm sorry if you are, you know, this one, this wasn't the main. The Baffled, the Operator and Baffled, Things Are Never. I love that tune. Don't ever get it twisted. However, that wasn't the main kind of appearance. And do you know how I discovered what the name of this track is? Mike White, my brethren, one time, I don't know where we was going. We was going to this vinyl kind of place where we could play our records. So me and the man then, obviously we thought it was you go there, you mix up in it. Remember, our youth club days are like 20 years in the past, innit? Where you used to bring your vinyl to a youth club that had decks and used to go and mix. This is what we thought it was. It was at this art centre. So picked up the man them, everyone's got their vinyl with them, whoop, 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 parked up here. And this was at, it was on Lewisham Way, in what they rebranded as an arts cafe, innit? Gone in the arts cafe now. When we've gone in there, like the people have looked on us like, raw, like, what are these guys doing here? You know, one of them ones. And I kind of wish I stayed, obviously, but there wasn't a 2-deck setup in it. We thought we was gonna go there, rinse out like it was pirate radio or something, but you know, it weren't meant to be. We just felt instantly judged from the get-go, so we dipped. But anyway, this vinyl looks clean. And I've got to say big thanks and respects to the seller on Discogs, even though it did come late, but man said he was in hospital in it, so I'll allow him. You know, you don't know who's get licked down with this COVID-19 thing. Jesus, you know what? I am pleased with this purchase still, because you see, I heard, yeah, there was a cassette tape I used to have back in the day by a DJ called DJ Reaper, yeah, and he played the dub mix of this track, the Tough Jam DIY dub, and the Sweet Release EP mix, right? So all 3 tracks from this were played in the set, and I never knew that they weren't all the same track, if that makes sense. You know, this was before man started collecting, and funny enough, that tape was probably made in like 97 and whatnot when this came out, so history. But also, I remember going through Discogs, yeah, I had heard the full vocal mix like once in life, innit? And I remember just going through Discogs. Oh no, I was going through Mike White's like records, because he left the record bag in the back of my boot, innit? I don't know. But with him, he's a madman still, because none of his records had sleeves. Everything was ridiculously scratched. Like I said, them and I'm mad. Like, big up Mike White, you're a madman for that. So I was going through and then I found this, and I played the full vocal mix. I was like, rah, how have I never heard this? And that was, when was that? That was a good say 4 or 5 years ago, and it's always been in my Discogs basket. And then last week I just pulled the trigger. But I feel like I wanted to listen to it at the tempo that I like to listen to stuff at. And, you know, I might all, who knows, I might all save up, get myself a Techniques turntable and that. But 7 bills is a lot though, I can't lie. Fuck that, but might have to be a thing. So that one there, New Horizons, that's got the seal of approval. That is a banging track. No calamities, the vinyl looked clean. I think my man had, you know, he cleaned it, he cleared it. I'll get the name and whatnot. Operator and Baffled is clean too. I feel like I'll be doing this a disservice if I don't shout out the seller. Even though you took long, I can't lie, like, you know, you supplied me a good 2 vinyls. Good vinyls. Let's see, who are these sellers? These peddlers. Things are never quite the way they say. Bow, bow, bow. Things are never ever quite the way they say. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. So let's see, is it Rush Hour? Hold me by from. Things are never. Oh, Shorty the Pimp. Okay, Swaggy. Big up Shorty the Pimp. You know, I received the vinyl records. Both of them look shiny. I am definitely pleased with the New Horizons Shine a Path one, because obviously, like, that looks like that's the original track with the distribution, and it also contains the press release as well. Like, mental. Like, and it shows that back then, man are taking it serious, innit? Printed press release that was probably made in like MS Publisher or some shit. Like, and back then to have typed up press releases, only certain man had computer. Word. On the real, like, back in the day, they were using analog equipment to make these tracks. You know what I'm saying? 1997, dated 23rd of May, you know, that is actually sick. It's like 23 years to the day. To the day! You know? But anyway, I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna plug turntable into a different plug socket because I need to work out why it wasn't really like playing at the speed. Because I don't know, I find it hard to believe they were making tracks at that speed back then. But then I think about it and think when I was mixing house and garage, that I was just speeding it up on the pitch because I wanted things to sound faster anyway. But who knows? I'll let you know in it. I might brainwash myself into getting a Techniques Mark 7s, but one deck, because that's all that 7 bills, you know. But yeah, anyway, if this episode plays back and it's swaggy, you might see it in it. If it doesn't play back swaggy, you won't. But yeah, they're gone. Peace.